Okay, so when we look at the New Yorker here, this nurse midwife, which doesn't, what an oxymoron, she does abortions. Usually when you think of a midwife, you think of like a nurse, you think of someone who helps, and a midwife who helps with birth, right? Her friend and colleague, Diane Horvath, an OBGYN, talked about opening a clinic that provides abortions in all trimesters. So, in May 2022, we know that the Supreme Court ruling had overturned Roe v. Wade. So they, holy cow, the woman had launched a GoFundMe campaign, earning or making or raising, what was it, $100,000 that summer, training new employees for the new clinic, partners in abortion care. Oh my goodness. And it says the youngest mother was 11 and the oldest 53. So by 53, we know a lot, right, about sex and marriage and everything. So what is going on for a woman to be pregnant at 53 and needing an abortion? Where are the questions? I don't see questions, okay? They're doing abortions on 11-year-olds. Okay, then again, you need to think about, what was this 11-year-old sex trafficked? What's going on? So they let their cameras in, and we know that Live Action had brought cameras in to show the truth about really what was going on. And they're twisting this or turning it, saying they wanted to lift some of the secrecy that surrounds later abortions. They're saying only about a dozen clinics in the country provide abortions after 24 weeks. I do not believe that at all. Wow. Wow. Okay, so now we see many of them wanted to be recorded with their face covered. Many of them wanted others to understand how the obstacles placed in the way of abortion care had pushed their procedures later and later. What obstacles? You can get an abortion anywhere. There may be certain laws, but you really want one, you can go get an abortion. You can go to another state and go get one if you want one. So, let's see. These are rare? No, they're not. They are not rare. The circumstances are desperate. We know that when people decide they need an abortion, they want to have it as soon as possible. No one's hanging on until they get to 20 or 30 weeks, saying, oh, I think I might have an abortion now. No, that's not true, because it's common. You're in, say, Texas. You're pregnant and you need an abortion. You found out you were pregnant at 8 weeks, which is a very usual time to find out. You arrange for childcare. 60% already have children. They already are parents. Okay, then you already know it's a baby. There's no excuse for that. Once you know, you get the money together, you're going to have to travel out of state. You know what? People travel all the time. They spend a ton of money on vacations nowadays. This is not a hardship as they make it out to be. Oh my goodness, let's see what else they're saying. This is really a real false narrative of how it has to be. Cost goes up because of the complexity of the care goes up. There is no care. There is no care for abortion. It's murder. Okay, let me see. Okay, we heard of Kate Cox, who said that her baby had abnormalities. But she still chose to abort the baby, right? She still chose. A lot of parents choose to have their babies when they're disabled, and their support. Yeah, this stuff usually doesn't happen with abortion. Abortion is on call. They're making these rare situations sound like, it's justified by this, when the truth is abortion's on demand, like it's nothing, like a dentist appointment. I'm gonna fly around here. So the guy who got you pregnant beats the crap out of you, so you should have an abortion. Really? That's another violence. Why don't you give the baby up for adoption? They're too young to have a regular menstrual cycle. What? No, this does not justify abortion. 7 months along when she came to the clinic. Yuck. Okay, so lots of people struggle with depression. It doesn't mean you can't have a kid. Living paycheck to paycheck, you can go get work. You can save up money. I mean, people do it all the time. You change your life around. Okay, yeah, not in control of her life. I think that's a lot of it. I think a lot of it is about control. You had a chance before you got pregnant to have control of your life a little bit more, and it's really not taking responsibility for the pregnancy. So you can't just say, well, this is tough, so I'm just going to kill a baby. No, it doesn't resemble going into labor. It is going into labor. First, you must wait for the cervix to dilate. That's what they do in labor. Duh. They had to go to the clinic each day. Wow. We need to do a GoFundMe for women to keep their babies.